Party General Secretary and State President Talam start state visit to Cuba.
Israel rejects US-backed Lebanon ceasefire plan.
Dialogue between the Central Committee of the Laos Fatherland Front on National Construction and the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Nghe.
Hello, so good to see you again in today's news. And here we go, the first headline of the show. Party General Secretary and the State President Tô Lâm, his spouse, and the high-ranking delegation of Vietnam just arrived at Jose Marti International Airport in Havana, Cuba on September 26th evening, local time. The first Secretary of the Communist Party of Cuba, Central Committee, and the President of Cuba, Miguel Diaz-Canel Bermudez, just hosted the ceremony.
The welcoming ceremony was held solemnly with the highest protocol reserved for heads of state. Immediately after the official welcoming ceremony at the Revolution Palace in the capital Havana, General Secretary, President Talam, and First Secretary of the Communist Party of Cuba, President of Cuba Miguel Diaz-Canel Bermudez held high-level talks. The two sides discussed and evaluated the achievements and results of cooperation between Vietnam and Cuba in recent times, proposing directions to strengthen and improve the effectiveness of cooperation in all fields, bringing the comprehensive cooperation between Vietnam and Cuba to a new stage, increasingly developing the bilateral relationship substantially and sustainably, for the benefit of the people of the two countries. Earlier on the morning of September 26, General Secretary and President Talam and a high-ranking delegation of Vietnam visited the Mariel Special Development Zone, ZEDM, Cuba's first free trade export processing zone. With a synchronous, modern and highly connected infrastructure, ZEDM promises to bring many opportunities for foreign investors in general and Vietnamese investors in particular in Cuba.
Israeli Foreign Minister Israel Katz recently rejected a proposal by the US and France calling for a 21-day ceasefire in Lebanon.
The Foreign Minister Katz made it clear that there would be no ceasefire in the north of the country. Israel would continue its campaign against Hezbollah targets until its objectives were achieved and the northern population was safely returned to their homes after the evacuation. Meanwhile, Israeli Finance Minister Bezalel Smotrich said that a ceasefire could give Hezbollah more time to recover from Israel's recent offensive. Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu has not yet responded to the US-France ceasefire proposal, but he has asked the military to continue the campaign.
This afternoon, the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Nghệ An Province held a seminar to exchange experiences with the Central Committee of Laos Fatherland Front for the National Construction.
At the discussion, the leader of the Central Committee of the Laos Fatherland Front for National Construction made a brief report of its activities in the past time. In return, on behalf of Nghe Province, chairwoman of the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Nghe, Vo Thị Minh Khai, briefly informed the delegation about some outstanding information in the first 9 months of the year. Especially during Storm No. 3, as of September 25, 2024, the whole province funded both money and goods worth more than 114 billion Vietnamese dongs. From this relief source, it promptly supported the people of the northern provinces to overcome the consequences caused by Storm No. 3. On this occasion, the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Nghe Province hopes to build an increasingly sustainable relationship between the Central Committee of the Laos Fatherland Front for National Construction and the Vietnam Fatherland Front Committee of Nghe.
Upcoming are some updated news.
From the 1st of October, about 8,000 shops across Malaysia will no longer use single-use plastic bags. If customers do not bring their own bags, they can buy recycled bags at the shops. The initiative is expected to reduce the use of up to 200 million single-use plastic bags in Malaysia each year. This will also reduce the amount of waste that needs to be disposed of and help extend the life of existing landfills. Currently, Malaysia has 114 unsanitary landfills and 22 sanitary landfills. It costs fortune to open and upgrade landfills.
According to the report at the September 2024 meeting of the People's Committee of Nghe Province, the province's investment attraction activities have achieved positive results. As of September 23, Nghe Province newly granted 58 projects with a total registered investment capital of more than 18,739 billion Vietnamese dongs, adjusted the total investment capital of 30 projects with a total increase of more than 16,802 billion Vietnamese dongs. The total newly granted and adjusted capital is more than 35,541 billion Vietnamese dongs, equal to 85.02% of the same period in 2023. Although investment attraction is not equal to 2023, positively, its FDI attraction reached more than 730 million United States dollars and strives to reach $1 billion USD by the end of 2024.
Ru Cha Primeval Mangrove Forest in Tuan Hoa Village, Hong Phong Commune, Hue City, Thua Thien Hue Province is currently an attractive destination for tourists. Coming here, the travelers can rent a small bamboo boat, row through the forest, explore the primeval forest filled with birdsong, or simply walk on the winding roads through the forest with extremely interesting experiences. Ru Cha Forest looks the most beautiful around September every year when the entire mangrove forest turns yellow and red, creating a beautiful scene. The weather also becomes pleasant. The forest is also home to many aquatic species of the lagoon and birds.
In the heart of bustling Vinh City, there is a small rented house on Havidab Street that is home to dialysis patients. These patients come from many different places but share the same circumstances and dreams.
Are you cold? Are you tired? Let me give a bath. He has been on kidney dialysis for nearly 6 years. For the first 2 years, he was still able to walk back and forth. Then 4 years later, he had a stroke 3 times. Now he can't move. Generally, if one person is sick, everyone here will take him, her to the hospital. It's enthusiastic of them.
As for Mr. The 78 years old, has a heart disease while his children and grandchildren work far away. For nearly 4 years now, he has been by his wife's side in a small room, taking care of her, struggling with her serious kidney disease.
She has to be on kidney dialysis 3 times a week. I push the wheelchair back and forth as she can barely walk. If she needs to hospitalize, I will call our children as we don't have pension.
This place used to be a dormitory for students before Mr. Nguyen Can Min, the owner, decided to save it for patients dealing with kidney dialysis years ago.
People here are from all districts. We have 7 rooms. Each room costs 500,000 dong for lease. I sometimes give patients with difficulties a few money as discount.
Despite being poor and struggling, these people always help and encourage each other to overcome the difficulties of illness.
Now I, dreaming of being healthy to take care of my husband, help my children.
I have no desire but good health.
Sharing some circumstances, same fate, all patients here have burning desires of getting better in health so that they can live longer with their families.
The last story to end our program today. Thank you so much for your attention. Goodbye and see you later.